Hey, hello and welcome to the Head Chicano in Charge 5th edition. I say 5th edition because it just sounds fancier than Head Chicano in Charge number 5, but it's no big deal. My name is Alfredo Reyes and I am your host. And the only reason I introduce myself is because my advisor says that I should. I guess advisors by their nature are optimists because I really can't see anyone logging into this. Hey, if you guys don't already know me and you're logging in is just as a favor. But like I said, he's an optimist. And also, per my advisor's advice, and per legal counsel. No, I'm just kidding. There will no longer be any political rants on Head Chicano in charge. No, no, no. For that, there will be a new platform, Head Chingon in charge, and that'll be coming out shortly. And let's be honest, with all that's going on, I won't be happy to run that one. However, having said all of that, I'm finding, and I think I'm not the only one, but the older I get, the more emotional I respond to things, and also the more I respond to things in a romantic framework. But I'll get to that later. In terms of being, uh, sometimes I hear the Star Spangled Banner, and I'm trying not to cry. I watch a movie, and I'm like, even when I know the ending, like Saving Private Ryan, I'm sitting there going, like, hey, man, I don't know what's going on here. And I find that I guess that's just a byproduct of age, and it makes me think of my father-in-law, who I always referred to as Grandpa. He was from Cruces, New Mexico, and during World War II, he served on the battleship the USS Mississippi. And one of the things I learned about him, he was like a lot of those of his generation. It was like there wasn't very much, if they put their mind to it, that they couldn't do. You needed a house put up. Hey, call the uncles. They're all there. They could do it. And he was from that framework. Um, I remember we went to San Diego and we were in Old Town and we were by the old Adobe building there. And as we're walking around, he was looking at it and he pointed out to this framework and he says, this is an Adobe brick press. This is how we used to make Adobe bricks. And I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, wow, he made Adobe bricks. And then I think about, he spent all of World War II on the battleship Mississippi uh, in the Pacific. And I mentioned he was a hunter. I asked him one time, I said, when did you start hunting? And he told me when he was 14 years old, and except for being in the Navy during World War II, he never missed a hunting season until I think he was in his 80s. I mean, this was a tough guy. And I used to watch him. And as he got older, he became a big Ochion. I mean, he'd see the grandchildren or something, and all of a sudden, and I used to sort of semi tease him about it. Uh, but it was like, it was, hey, tough guy, come on, suck it up. And he would just sit there and smile. And it was like, Vario karma does come around. Yeah, it's what goes around comes around. Now I sit there. It's like I said, hey, the Star Spangled Banner comes on, and I'm, oh man, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just anyway. I'm coming up from San Diego because the missus is taking care of the granddaughter, who I know she prefers much more to me. But as I'm coming up, I hear this song, 23. And it's like I mentioned in an earlier podcast, country music's got me really going. But the thing about this song It is about someone looking back, talking to the girl, and the memories they both shared when they were 23. And one of the lyrics in there is, you'll never be 23 with anyone but me. And I'll never be 23 with anyone but you. And I started thinking about that as I heard the song. And I'm like, hmm. And all of a sudden I realized, oh man, that's me and the wife. And, drove up and driving up from San Diego on a Sunday night, traffic isn't clear. You get lots of time to sit there and think about it. And I was laughing because I was trying hard to fight back the tears that were ready to come back when I realized, oh, hell, we were at 23. And the lyrics just brought this up. Now, I got home, and as I came into the driveway, I took the chance of calling the wife to let her know of what I had just heard and how I felt. And I also realized that, hey, she's not necessarily going to hear it like I say it, because there are a lot of filters in there that, hey, you always haven't been this romantic guy you are right now. You were sort of an idiot as time went on. So I'm sitting there going like, okay, I'm still going to take the chance. And, I got one of those, you're right. That's true. So it was like, oh, all right, that worked. But to complete my original thought, I'm coming to the realization that the older we become, the more joy we take in watching life go on around us. Hence the tears of sadness, regret, and joy. Hey, I think this is supposed to be a formal exit or however we call a bye. I will catch up to you guys shortly. I have lots of scripts. I got to catch up. Thank you so much for listening in. And once again, shortly coming, Head Chingon in charge for my political rants. Take care, everyone. Thank you.